about before the church crowd takes hold and everybody gets out and does their thing on Sunday morning. And that may raise the question for some of you folks, just what exactly in the hell are we out doing today? Well, I'll tell you, as cool as it is and as nice of a thought as it is, occasionally you got to do stuff more than just motorcycle crap. So that's what we're doing today. The beloved wife unit has a co-worker that has a little bit of a problem with her car. So me being the officially unofficial and somewhat self-nominated maintainer of all things nerdy, well, let's just leave it at that so we don't drop any names. But if you know, you know. So yeah, it's one of those type deals. Now, don't get me wrong, gang. This isn't any kind of an indentured servitude or anything like that. You know, I genuinely love the crap out of this little gal. She's a hoot. She's a ball of energy. She's a hell of a lot of fun. And you know what? That's what you do whenever somebody that you consider your friend needs a little bit of help. You just do it, okay? So that's what we're doing with our days off. We're going to drive 50 miles, go pick up a car, bring it back to the temple, fix all that ails it. While we got it there, we're going to kind of give it a once-over just to make sure it's in good shape for her and make sure that she doesn't have anything coming up on the forefront. And then we're going to haul ass back over to her place and give it back to her because her mama is cooking dinner for me, even though I vehemently expressed to her that is totally unnecessary. Yeah. Whenever your mama says be here for dinner, you damn well better do it. Whenever somebody else's mama says, hey, you better be here for dinner, you double damn sure well better do it, okay? So since they're doing a little bit of construction work on the on-ramp down there on the section of the highway closest to the house, we get to take a little bit of a tour here, guys. So I'm not going to fight with all that crap on that on-ramp there because I know what's down that way, and it's not pretty, even this time of day when there ain't a whole lot of traffic. And trust me, this is not a whole lot of traffic. And all the while, I got my GPS in my ear going, hey, dummy, turn right now. Not yet. I know better than you do, droid. Know your place. Nah. Yellow light, the bane of my existence. How about now? Maybe now? Can we go now? Maybe now. I don't know. How about now? There we go. Man, 9:30 in the morning and it's already hot and sticky. Woo! Welcome to Florida, y'all. Okay, droid, I guess I'll let you have your way. And let's go underneath the big old train bridge, shall we? St. Pete art at its finest. And another stoplight. Boo! Man, that squirrel down there's living dangerously today. Yeah, I know, okay? God, my GPS is some kind of bossy today. Yep. Minor oversight on my part. We probably ought to stop and get some gas. Yeah, I know, robot in my head. I know, I get it. I'm stupid. I missed my turn. Thank you for pointing that out. Like, I really needed that. Google Maps, calm your tits, okay? Right now, my lack of motivational sauce for my machine here takes precedence over your insistence on I make a U-turn, okay? Just chill. It'll be okay, I promise. I know it looks counterintuitive and it looks backwards like I'm backtracking, and it kind of sort of is, but you know what? I know where this road goes better than what the Google does, okay? So I know where I'm at. I'm not lost, I promise. Come on, folks. Come on. Ugh. First it was the Jeepers, now it's the Camry, folks. What's with the ducks? Ah, there it is. the sign that says, "What you seek is here." Basically, right now, what I'm seeking is some distilled dinosaur juice. Ooh, she's a gusher. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's head towards Tampa, shall we? Or the backside of Tampa, I should say. There we go. Now, if we can get the tourists out of our way, we might actually be able to make some forward progress with this shit show. Woo, orange barrels as far as the eye can see. At least right there at that off-ramp. So anyway, guys, like I said, I'm not going to drop her name because she doesn't know I'm doing this, and I haven't talked to her about it, so I don't want to, you know, impose and invade, so to speak. Let's just say, Tatiana. Yeah, Tatiana, that's a nice, exotic-sounding, mysterious name for somebody who's not going to be identified in a video. Tatiana, she had me come over to the house about a week ago because she had a funny smell coming from her car. And I love Tatiana to death. She's a fireball. She's a little bitty, you know, she's small, okay? She's a shorty. And she's got a car that fits her personality. She's got a little Honda Civic, okay? Now the thing is, she's not a gearhead like us, oddly enough. Yes, believe it or not, folks, there are people in the world that are not like us, okay? It's strange, I know. It's a hard concept to grasp. But I go over to her house, and I look at her car. The wife unit meets me over there. We check it out, and she has got a little bit of a leaky water pump on her car. And it's nothing bad, but obviously it's something that's not good because the water pump's leaking. So, yeah. Now, did I fail to mention that this is on a Honda Civic? Itty-bitty little small car with the motor turned sideways. So, yeah, I've got to get my big chonk-ass hands down inside this thing, and I've got to dig the water pump out and swap it out. So the plan is, I'm going to go over there, grab her car, take it back to the temple. We're going to rip the water pump out of this sucker, put a new one in there, and that way we can kind of put her mind at ease. While I got it there, I'm going to just kind of go over and make sure she's good to go and make sure she doesn't have anything, you know, coming up around the corner fixing to bite her in the butt, because, you know, let's be real here. This is a 20-year-old car. It's got almost 200,000 miles on it. You know, hey, things wear out, things break, so you got to keep tabs on stuff like this. And I know there's a lot of people out there that turning a wrench and, you know, working on stuff, that is not in their wheelhouse. And nothing against Tatiana, okay, but she is squarely in this category. She is brilliant in other avenues in life, but when it comes to her car, that's just not her bag, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. That's where folks like us come into play, y'all. Because it's like I tell everybody on the channel, you know, whenever I close out my videos, knowledge unshared, that's knowledge lost, okay? Now the thing is, I'm sharing some of my knowledge with her. I'm sharing some of my time with her because we love her to death. You know, she's a very good friend of the wife unit, and also, at the end of the day, she's just an awesome damn person, and you can't help but love the hell out of her. Now, don't let this come across as me virtue signaling or anything like that, patting myself on the back, whatever in the hell label you want to put on it, okay? It's the right thing to do. Because, what's this going to cost me? Yeah, a few hours of my time, a couple of more miles on a brand new tire that we just stuck on the back of the roadie here. But you know what? That's why we put that tire on there, is that way we can put some miles on the damn thing and burn it down. So let's get after it. While we're here, I can give you guys a first-class up close and personal working example of the shit show that the Howard Franklin Bridge has recently turned into, since they've opened up half of the new segment of bridge that comes across Tampa Bay. The problem is we're driving backwards on the old bridge, and they're demolishing half the old bridge right now. So, yeah, we're kind of, well, basically, we're just making this shit up as we go along, okay? That's the way it normally works out, isn't it? Speaking of the shit show going across Tampa Bay, let's get over here where we can see. Let's be nosy. Let's all act like we're tourists and rubberneck a little bit here, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, they're doing a right proper job of fucking that all up. Actually, what they're doing is they're taking the whole damn bridge out. But here, as you can see in the foreground, we have our flock of semi-wild Tampa Bay cranes. I'm sorry, I had to make a crane joke, y'all. Because remember, we're a low-budget production here, guys. The jokes have to write themselves. Because we can't afford to do it, and we damn sure can't afford to hire it out. But yeah, what they're doing here, they're taking the old section of bridge out here. And like you guys saw in some of my videos from a year ago where they were hauling pieces of this side up, well, they're hauling pieces of that side down. So, yeah, makes perfect sense. That's your tax dollars at work right there, Floridians. And there's the gap. I wonder how long it's going to be before we see Florida Man in the headlines from trying to shoot that sumbitch like he's on a remake of the movie Speed. Except instead of a city bus, it's going to be like a 88 Ford Ranger that's got rust holes in the bed sides and a different colored door on the passenger side. Alright, if I can get myself maneuvered out of this clog that I have placed myself into. Come on over, guy. Me and you are in the same boat, brother. We're just trying to make forward progress here. Let's go. So you see what I was talking about whenever I was referring to all of this as a shit show. And guess what, gang? Me and the dearly beloved get to deal with this twice a day, every day. It's magnificent, I tell you. But I will say one thing, it's still worth it seeing a view like that on your drive. Except for those people in those houses over there. They suck. Because they live right on the water. And that's why they suck. Alright, alright. Enough of the pretty sights and, you know, inspiring scenery. Well, if you can call orange barrels and road cones inspiring. Let's go ahead and just plow right on through it, get the hell through the middle of the downtown area, and get over there where we can pick up Tatiana's car. The only downside of me going over here to pick this car up is the fact that it's going to take me about 5 minutes to get the seat moved back to where I don't get my chest crushed by the steering wheel. I mean, Tatiana's a fireball, don't get me wrong, but she's, well, she's fun-sized, okay? We're going to go here, and then we're going to slide over here, get around this idiot here. Lord almighty, what's with all the tourists today? You guys are not transiting at approved commuter speed, okay? Y'all are holding up the program. Oh, brake lights, what's going on? Ugh, left lane lurker. People like that are truly deserving of a very pointed hand gesture. Alright, enough of this nonsense. Make our way through Malfunction Junction here. Because right now we are at the precipice. We are at the jumping off point because we are venturing into the dark lands, okay? Better known to the locals as I-4 or the highway to hell. Welcome to Thunderdome, y'all. Now this ain't bad right now. It gets rough later on down the road, especially when you get about, say 60 miles down the road when you're around the House of Mouse. Yeah, that's when things get interesting. Yeah, we'll call it interesting. It's a lot more inspiring to say that than it is dreadful, and well, it just sucks because it's nuts to butts traffic, always, all the time, every day, all day, because that's what you do on I-4 when you get around Disney World. Oh, come on, man, you picked exactly the wrong time to do that. What? This is unacceptable. This is very unacceptable. We have a timeline to keep. Since I'm playing tour guide today, here on our left we have the Tampa version of the House of Debauchery and Poor Financial Decisions. Rock Hard Cafe, baby. And resort, hotel, and casino. So that kind of explains the whole poor financial decisions and debauchery thing. Odd factoid here. The route you guys are seeing me drive right now, except for about the last 2 miles of it, this is actually the daily commute for the beloved wife unit every single day. You guys think that I drive a lot? She does more than I do, y'all. My daily commute round trip from the house to the ride factory and back, it's not quite 70 miles a day. Hers to the most magical instructional facility is, it's about 95 miles a day round trip for her. So yeah, needless to say, little Turby gets a lot of mileage racked up on him, and that may explain why occasionally he throws a wee bit of a temper tantrum. Oh, Donna bro, don't do it, Donna bro. Donna Bro was thinking about doing Donna Bro things. Thankfully, he didn't do it. My man is out there showing off the goods, so to speak. Well, hey, brother, if you got it, flown it. And to the fine piece of scenery on the back seat, very nice. Orange barrels. Need air. Welcome to Mango. It's a sweet place to live. Oh, they got a Dollar General. They are on the map, y'all. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's an Amazon warehouse here. That's why there's so many Amazon vans. One of them's probably going by my place here in a few hours. So yeah, I'm not a solution to the problem, I'm contributing to the problem, okay? Actually, I am going to grab myself a beverage before I get to her place, because I'm about to dry out. No.
Alrighty, have a good day.
Thank you now. Now that I ain't got to worry about drowning in my own sweat, at least for a little bit. Yes, I know, drink more water, it's better for me. Well, you know what? You know, next to a good cup of coffee, a cold Pepsi, that is my go-to survival item of choice. Well, I guess if you gotta haul it, you gotta haul it. Huh. GoPro battery dying because it's hotter than hell outside. Who'd have thunk? Okay, so it's the next day. Hey, interesting concept for you guys. Heat-powered GoPro battery charger. I don't know how in the hell it'll work, but if it does work, it'll make $1 million, okay? I didn't realize that my battery chose that moment right there to just go on me, but anyway, I figured it out real damn fast whenever I got stopped. The epilogue of our little saga here, if you will, I went over there and I grabbed Tatiana's car, brought it back here to the temple, propped a box fan up on top of the motor for about an hour to where I could cool it down and not get my pitties burned while I was working on the thing, and then I proceeded to put the water pump on. And that's when we run across a wee bit of a problem. Nothing huge, but hey, it's old car shit. It's kind of like old bike shit, guys. I mean, it just happens. It's one of those things you got to pivot with. What I didn't notice the other night, whenever we were looking at her car, because, you know, it was dark and everything, she's got a wee bit of an oil leak on the front of the motor. That turned into me looking like the bog monster that just rolled up from the depths of hell. So obviously, I didn't film any of that because I had goop up to my elbows from her car, okay? And y'all know my track record with technology and electronics, all right? I was not about to touch any of my camera gear because whenever I've got to sit there and wash my hands in the solvent tank over there before I can go into the house and wash my hands, yeah, that's pretty gross, okay? That little bucket of those orange-flavored scrubby towels I got over there, yeah, come on, man. Those things didn't hold up any longer than a paper shirt and a bear fight, okay? Now, Exhibit A. Water pump off Tatiana's car. 20 years old, 203,000 miles. Failed. Unacceptable. I don't know. Maybe I'm just expecting too much. Huh. But where I did run into a wee bit of a snag outside of the oil leak and the goop that tried to get everywhere, y'all know how it is, okay? Whenever you're working on something that's real greasy, nasty, grody, you get it everywhere. I worked with this one dude at Napa a long time ago. Dole Dale, I love you, brother. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, okay? We always called Dole Mr. Teflon because this man could fall face first into a pile of chicken shit and come up looking like $1 million holding a chicken salad sandwich in his hand. I mean, nothing stuck to this dude. I do not have that DNA. I'm like the little grubby kid over in the shop, and everything just kind of gets attracted to me, all right? It's, well, think of it kind of like mechanical herpes, you know? So on Tatiana's car, I was planning on replacing this belt tensioner assembly while I was doing her water pump, because you got to pull this thing off, and, you know, 200,000 miles on one of these, it's a fair bet that it's run its course. And the bearing on the pulley on hers, it's a little crunchy, but it's nothing that I'm worried about right now. Now, you may ask why I'm holding this new part in my hand. Well, see, there's the thing. I was going to put a new belt on there while I was putting the new tensioner and whatnot in there. And here's the belt that O'Reilly's got me. Only one problem. It's about a foot too damn short. Yeah. Call me Black Cloud, folks. I'm batting 1,000. But hey, this is a blip, all right? I got the new belt on order for her because hers just has to be different. Tatiana, it's cool. I'll take care of you. I'll holler at you here in a couple of days, hon. So needless to say, that's how I ended up spending my Sunday. So, yeah, fun little factoid. I took this trip down memory lane willingly and not entirely begrudgingly, but I did remind myself why I got away from doing automotive as a day gig, okay? Big chunky guy, itty bitty little car, me no fit no good. Yeah, it's been ungodly hot here this past week, and looking out there at our weather predicting non-GMO 100% gluten-free Dr. Seuss palm trees, we got a little bit of wind blowing, and it feels good. And I'm hoping it's bringing a little bit of rain with it because we damn sure need it here. Now, I know it's not very often you're going to hear a motorcyclist, you know, praying for rain, but it's hotter than hell. We need it. All right, kids, before we jump out of here, I want to take a minute, show a little bit of love to my amigo, my brain cell buddy, my lefty to my poncho, Bucket Buck Brown. Now, a lot of you guys know Brother Buck out there. He does a hell of a lot of promotion for Forgotten Angels to spread the word and let everybody know what they're all about and what's up. And if you don't know what Forgotten Angels is, obviously you haven't been watching our videos terribly long, or you've been living under a rock, one of the two. Forgotten Angels is a charity organization. It's based in Valrico, Florida. And what they do is they take in young men and women that have aged out of the foster care system and are basically left homeless by a system that leaves them to fend for themselves. When these young men and women turn 18, they're a legal adult. And at that point, they are aged out of the foster care system. Now, according to Florida state law, you can squeeze up to 1, 2, 3, 4, count them, 4 foster children per room. You can have them stacked up in a rack of bunk beds like they're cattle, and that's totally okay. And the only thing that they are legally required to provide them is shelter and a place to sleep. That's it. They don't even have to provide them food. They don't have to provide them clothing, transportation, anything like that. Once they turn 18, they age out of the system, and the gravy train gets cut off from the state. The sad reality of it is, come their 18th birthday, a lot of these young men and women, unfortunately, what they have to remember that by is somebody handing them a plastic garbage bag and saying, here, get your stuff, hit the bricks, man. You got to figure it out on your own from this point. This is where Dave and Cindy over at Forgotten Angels come in. Check them out, ForgottenAngelsFlorida.org, okay? Now, me, Buck, a lot of the rest of the Shade Tree Army, a lot of the rest of the Jedi Temple, we like letting people know what's going on with Forgotten Angels. How you can support them, how you can jump in with the mission, how you can help, okay? Buck has taken it a step further. He has been organizing, getting sponsorship for Forgotten Angels through North Florida Raceway through their Living Legends Dirt Car Series. Now, if you guys are in the North Florida area or southern Georgia, southern Alabama, somewhere within reasonable driving distance, and you want to see some kick-ass dirt racing on a Saturday night, August 23rd, gates open at 5, racing starts at 7:30, okay? We got the Living Legends Dirt Series, and we got all of our normal classes out there too, dirt late model, modified, hobby stock, yada, yada, yada. If you love going fast and turning left like I do, hey, go check them out, man. It's going to be a hell of a good time. If you just happen to pop up there on Saturday, this coming Saturday, August 23rd, you may run into a few members of Shade Tree Army. You may run into Buck himself. And also, David and Cindy are going to be up here hanging out. And, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a good time. Take a minute. Check it out, okay? I'm going to have you links down here in the description for both Forgotten Angels, the Weirdos Campout that's coming up in October. Less than 70 days, guys, for that one. And also for the North Florida Speedway, where Buck has been spreading the good word, and where they're going to have some damn good dirt track racing this Saturday night, okay? Check out the links down there. While you're at it, if you haven't ever visited us before, go check out the Patreon. That way you can kind of see what goes on behind the scenes here at the temple. Also, that's where you get access to the JTMJ Discord, all right? That's where we're growing our knowledge base. That's where we have our encyclopedia of all peoples that are smarticles and stuff. And when it comes to Discord, I have got to take a minute to brag on a couple of my guys over there, okay? Cheeseburger, Gravy Actual, you guys really, really, really saved my ass the other night. I was trying to design a part that I could 3D print for a rubber bushing that Harley, for whatever reason, decided they needed to charge $18 for, and there was only 3 of them in North America. Yeah, old bike shit. But I needed this thing like the next day. So I figured, hey, I'll draw it up and I'll print it out on my 3D printer, right? Well, that's where I ran into a snag, and that's where they shaved my ass, because I could not design this damn thing if somebody was holding a gun to my head. Cheeseburger, Gravy Actual, boys, you come in clutch from my heart. Thank you. Y'all saved my ass. Those work like a champ. That's the kind of community that we're growing over there, okay? I put out a help APB bulletin post, if you will, and within literally 2 minutes, I had these guys blowing up my inbox saying, yo, man, what do you need? Thanks, guys. Y'all covered my ass on that. That's the kind of community that I am proud to be a part of. That's where everybody pulls in, pitches in, helps out. We just get shit done. Because, you know what? We all might... We all may walk a different path in life. We all may do a different, wait a minute. We all may do different things. We all may walk different paths in life. We all may do various different things for sources of income. And you know what? That's cool. That's cool as hell, because that's what gives us the variety. That's what gives us the spice of life, if you will. But that's what also gives us the diversity in the bullpen, so to speak, whenever it comes to our knowledge that we have available to us over on the Discord. I mean, I know a lot of shit about a lot of shit, but whenever it comes to 3D modeling and design, yeah, I am squarely in the baby steps and tripping every 6 inches stage. I needed a little help. I asked for it. I got it. Love you guys. Just remember, gang. All right. It's hot. I'm hoping like hell it's going to rain. And I've actually got to get some work done on the shovel here, guys. So I got to turn the camera off. Just want you to remember, I love you guys. I'm proud as hell of y'all. And I appreciate the shit out of every single one of you guys that tunes into us every week for these videos, okay? I know today may not have been everybody's, cup of tea, but, hey, it's not about what I was doing. It's about what we should all be doing, okay? Take the time. Share some knowledge. Lend a hand. Help people for no other reason than you can. That's what community is about, guys. Truly. Just remember, I love you. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Force will be with you, always.